In this video, we're going to show how to rig a soft plastic on these EZ Keeper hooks. These are new hooks that Z-Man came out with, and they're really effective for rigging the soft plastics that Z-Man makes. These soft plastics are really tough, really durable. The fish have a really hard time breaking them, which is a pro, but they are difficult to rig on the traditional corkscrew style hooks. But these new ones they came out with make it so much easier, and they come in packs of 3. This is how the pack looks, but I took one out. So here's the exact hook. You can see it has a very unique attachment up top. It's a horseshoe, and inside the horseshoe are those little notches, the little grooves that are facing up. That's what really grips on to the bait. So what we're going to do is we are going to put the bait up the sharp one, and then we're going to squeeze the dull one up onto it. So let me pull out a bait and show you how it works. All right, we have the bait ready. The first step is just to get that sharp end and just go right in the middle and just push as far, get it as far up there as possible. And so you basically have it where it cannot go any further. You cannot go too far in this. So get it up there as far as possible. Once it's all the way to the very top without slipping down, then you can then push up and at the same time squeeze those two together. Squeeze that horseshoe together. That one kind of slipped out. Let me do it one more time. So we're going to squeeze it together, and what that's doing, that's getting that little bottom groove is now hitting it from the bottom. So now I can pull it, and it is not going anywhere. It's set in there. So our next step is just to thread the hook up through the bait so that it sits here just as it would in a natural manner. What we don't want to do is we don't want to go in too far because that's going to make the bait helicopter. So it's essential to really focus on getting that hook to go out in the exact spot that it would naturally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it with my forefinger. So you can see on my left hand, I'm marking on the bait where this hook would come out naturally. Then I'm going to twist it over, get up in the middle, and just push the hook through. And it has to be right up the middle. You can see there's a little groove on the top, and this hook is right in the middle of that groove. That is what we want. If the hook came out on one side or the other, we would actually redo it because if it's not perfectly aligned, the bait's likely going to helicopter underwater. Now that the hook is through, we can now use this little bait stopper and just put it up there, and what that does is that keeps the bait up on the top, which is really cool. I really like the feature of this hook. And one trick if you're going to be fishing really heavy cover is I highly recommend making this weedless. And to do that, all you do is you just have to push up on the bait material and then slightly dig that hook point in and then release. And what that does is that digs the hook point just barely under the surface of the material, so that I can take my hand through it. I'm not getting stuck. So you can skip under mangroves, you can skip under docks, you can cover oyster beds without the worry of getting stuck. And then once you do get a bite, you know that it'll get released. The hook point will release, and you're gonna catch your fish. And one final tip for this is highly recommend using a loop knot here on the top to connect to your leader, because a loop knot will enable you to have the most action in the water. It'll give the most freedom of motion, and that's going to maximize your results. So if you want to see the loop knot that has scored best in our knot contest, you can click the link down below. So I hope you enjoyed this video and hope you can get out on the water soon and catch some big ones.